Reality check man from your device, you know, say Aromatic Realistic TV. Anyway, people, today, Dan Anderson, latest RGR poll, PMP still leading the Labour right. Aromatic, are you surprised? No. Why would I surprise of that? As long as the Labour Party is around, they will never regain this lead over the PMP. I said, as long as the Labour right party is around, they will never regain this lead over the PMP. And why you say that? I am going to explain. You see, in life, it's science. Simple. Or duality. For instance, current, electricity. For your flat screen and you know your high-tech refrigerator and them things there to work in your house. It simply means you have negative and you have positive. And for the current to get its full effect, it has to have the negative hook up with the positive. Just look at a man and a woman. For them to produce a biological child, they have to get intimate. Right? They have to get intimate. Or night and day. Now, we get the day to work, and night was designed for us to rest. Some people rest in the day, but you are not sound when you are resting in the day, comparing when you rest at night. It's a difference. So for these things to work, it has to be a balance. The negative must work with the positive so you get the full effect of that current. Mother and father intimate together and produce a child. Night and day, mostly work at day, rest at night. Simple science, duality. Life is all about balance to make it work. Because after 7 long years, after that whopping significant 13 points advantage over the People's National Party, you find yourself trailing right now. New voters now flock to you, your base now mobilize and energize. Because there is no balance between the people and the Jamaica Labour Party. It's wide apart. The people is not feeling them anymore. The people don't want them. Because what you need to look on, if they could not make it work for 7 long years when they have that lead, or will they make it work? Just think about it. Or is they going to make it work when it's just another year and a half leave for the general election? Think about it. Anyway, we're going to play this clip, and after we come back, we're going to dissect it. We tell them it's time junk, but time no fool.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on OneSpotMedia.com.
Up first this evening, the People's National Party has maintained its edge over the governing Jamaica Labour Party.
That's according to the latest RGR Gleaner commissioned Don Anderson polls.
As Kelisha Williams reports, it's the second time since the start of the year the Jamaica Labour Party JLP is trailing in the polls.
In June, the PNP arguably made a shocking advancement in the PNP-commissioned Don Anderson polls after trailing the Jamaica Labour Party for years. At the time, 30.2% of Jamaicans said they would vote for the PNP, 25% JLP, and 44.8% of respondents were undecided.
So the trend, which is what I pay more attention to.
So the question is, people, if they are doing so good as they claim, then why are they trailing in the poll? That's the question we need to ask. If your administration is doing so good, and there is so much things that you put in place, there is so much things that your administration accomplish, then the question to ask, then why? Anyway, go over to Dan Anderson, and where we hear what Dan Anderson has said.
It's a narrowing of the gap between the two political parties, and it is now a much more competitive environment based on the last three polls that we have done, February, June, and September. A very competitive environment, just outside of the margin of error of plus or minus 3%.
For context, Mr. Anderson pointed to the RJR Gleaner commissioned polls in 2022.
The Jamaica Labour Party had a whopping 13 percentage points lead over the People's National Party. 31% said they would vote for the Jamaica Labour Party as against 18% for the People's National Party. That was a consistent pattern since 2016 when the Jamaica Labour Party won the election. We have done about 7 national polls up to July 2022, and all of them had the Jamaica Labour Party substantially ahead.
See what the man said? He said they have a whopping, significant lead over the PNP, like a 13 points advantage for 7 years. So after 7 years, you lose that lead, and people are still scared and think that this party is still relevant and still vibrant out there. Is the media making them look like them good? They are out. They are out. No coming back for them. But when we continue with the story, what it says, PNP maintain narrow leads over the Jamaica Labour Party after they narrowed the gap. So in June, the PNP was at 30.02%. The Jamaica Labour Party was at 25%. In October, poll just released, the PNP is now at 29.5%, and the Jamaica Labour Party is at 26.1%. The report also stated that if the election should call now, the PNP would run away with it with ease. The PNP would run away with it with ease if the election should call now. So the question is, my Jamaican people, so the JLP have this whopping significant lead over the People's National Party for the last 7 years. For the last 7 years. So the question is, if your administration is doing so good, then why are you trailing the People's National Party in the poll? If your administration are doing so good, then why you trail in the poll? You know why you're trailing in the poll? The people give them 7 years to show what they can do. The people give Andrew Holness administration 7 years to show what he can do. And after 7 long years, he showed the people that his administration and the labor right, them can't do nothing for them. The question, if you couldn't do it in 7 years and maintain it, how is the labor right going to maintain it with 1.5 years leave for the next general election? Think about it now, man. The people give you their trust, their commitment for 7 years. The first time you say, give me some more time because I did not get as much time, so I can accomplish the things that I promised to you. Now you are 3 more years in your second term, and the things that you promised to the people, you still not fulfill them as yet. So why should me surprise of the Jamaica Labour Party trailing in the polls? It's not a surprise for me. Life is duality and life is balance. Where balance is concerned, there is no balance right now with the Jamaican people and the Andrew Holness administration and the labor rights. There is no balance. Right, Jamaica? At this point in time in Jamaica, with almost 1.5 years to go for the next general election, the Andrew Holness led administration and the labor rights, they should be in the driver's seat. At this point in time, with almost 1.5 years to go, the Andrew Holness administration and the labor rights, they should have been in the driver's seat, knowing that for 7 years, they are in power. So new voters should be flocking to them at this time. Their base should mobilize, eager and can't wait to go out there go vote. Their base should be mobilized now. New voters should be flocking them. At this point in time, after 7 years being in power. But that's not the case. So if that's not the case, Jamaica, why? If that's not the case, then Jamaica, why? Because after 7 long years, after that whopping significant 13 points advantage over the People's National Party, you find yourself trailing right now. New voters now flock to you, your base now mobilize and energize. Why? What is the legacy of the Andrew Holness led administration and the labor rights in the past 7 years? What are their legacy, Jamaica? What is their accomplishment? What is there to show Jamaica that stand out so the Jamaican people can pinpoint and say, yes, the Andrew Holness led administration did this? What is there to show Jamaica? That's the question. What is there to show of this administration? What is there to show? Lick down people house. Drop sledgehammer in a people's stall. So when you check the ratio and everything that is going on, the Jamaica Labour Party right now, the Andrew Holness administration, don't have anything of substance to run on. The Andrew Holness-led administration and the Labourites, they don't have nothing of substance to run on. Not even a campaign slogan they can come up with. Remember their slogan, you know? Young people time. Remember that. From poverty to prosperity. Slogan. Sleep with your door and your windows open. Slogan. If you notice, not even a slogan the Jamaican Labour Party can come up with. They run out of idea. They don't have nothing. They don't have anything else to come to the people with. Their playbook run out of ideas. So the big problem that the Jamaica Labour Party have is first to close the gap that the PNP have over them. Second is to take the lead. And thirdly, to maintain that lead. Or are you going to maintain that lead if you get it back? When 7 years, the people have given you their commitment, patient with you, for you to prove yourself and show them what you made of. And you could not. And you lose a whopping significant 13 points advantage. So you couldn't do that in 7 years. So the question, my people, if you could not do that in 7 years, then how the hell are they going to do this in almost 1.5 years for the next general election? Make it make some sense. 7 years to do it, and you could not. So you lose that 13 points advantage after 7 years. And now it's 1.5 years to go for the next general election. How can you do that? You could not do it in 7. So how are they going to do it in 1.5 years, Jamaica? Think about it. Think about it. What is the legacy of the Andrew Holness-led administration? Crime and violence. The most people died under one administration is under Andrew Holness administration. What is the legacy of the Andrew Holness-led administration? 300% increase to government. While public servants, civil servants, the rest of Jamaica left for dead for hungry. What's the legacy of Andrew Holness, Jamaica, and his administration? Go over Clifton with false intelligence and go lick down the people them house over there. What's the legacy of Andrew Holness and the administration? Go in a market, take away the people, them clothes, them fruits, them vegetables, and drop big sledgehammer in a them stall and in a them cart. What is the legacy of Andrew Holness, Jamaica? When you go up a White River and take away the poor little sufferer, them raft, use power saw and cut them up in front of them. And backhoe and mash them up. That's the legacy of Andrew Holness. In the pandemic, when the Jamaican people back were against the wall, you get 750 million to give to them. From the World Bank, the Inter-American Development Bank, from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and you did not give it to them. What you turn around and do, create the DMRA, the Disaster Risk Management Act. And you charge them 600, 500, 400, 300, 200, 150,000 to break curfew to go look food. You know that 99% of Jamaican create their own economy. The government don't create that economy for them. So you find say the man or the single mom will get up like from 3 o'clock in the morning and him go out there and him catch up in fire and him make him pot of porridge or in soup. And next man frying breadfruit, look about him ackee, look about him fish. And next man get him water, them and next man get him phone card and them thing and them hit the road early in the morning. To make that little change there. Because you know so those people live day by day. The sale that we make today, they provide dinner this evening. Out of that, the youth them a get to go to school tomorrow. You understand? Or we go down there early and be time them fi left the yard and come downtown. Them get them lunch money and them gone. We live day by day by day. You didn't take that in consideration. You didn't provide them with that resources when you tell them if you turn on your yard, knowing that the economy that they create, you not create it for them. So if them go one day without making 10 cents, it's like them gone 20 days, 30 days behind. Because they live day by day by day. And knowing that you did not provide any resources for them and you tell them to stay them yard, you shut down for them business, for them economy shut down. Them don't know where to turn, they don't know where to look. And when them a squeech, if you go out there, if you go make a little thing, you send your system dog police them to hold them and charge them 400 and 500 and 600, 300, 250,000, what them not have already, big man. So that is the legacy of the Andrew Holness led administration. So my Jamaican people, the question that the people need to ask, if they could not do it in that 7 years when they have that whopping significant lead, then how will they do it with only 1.5 year leave for the next general election? If they could not do it in that 7 years when they have that whopping significant 13% advantage, then how will they be able to do it when it is only 1.5 year leave for the next general election? So you're gonna hear that the gap is closing and you know there is no closing of the gap, my people. As I made this comparison to you before, simple science, duality. Current, you have negative and you have positive. For that positive to get the full effect, so you can get that good service to run your refrigerator, your flat screen, your sound system, the negative have to play a part. Oh, I was created. My mom and my dad get intimate. My mom and my dad get intimate to create this biological youth. We have day, we have night. We have land, we have sea. It must be a balanced Jamaica. For things to work and to happen, to get the full effect, the true result of something, it have to have a balance. And at this point in time in life, the Jamaica people and the Jamaica Labour Party and the Andrew Holness administration don't have no balance in common. And that's the reason why After 7 long years, they are now trailing in the poll. After that whopping significant 13 points advantage. They will never regain the lead. They will never regain the lead, and they know that. And that's the reason why you see them running all over the place. But they will never gain that lead until the day of election, when the people of Jamaica vote them out. Think about it. Anyway, my people, remember, to follow Aromatic Realistic TV up on YouTube. Remember to like and share. Spread the thing to the 4 corners of the globe. You understand? Spread the thing to the 4 corners of the globe. We continue to tell them, say, no man is an island and no man stand alone. We tell them to be a part of history. Make your name right down in it. You understand? That you were a part of this platform that lobby for equal rights and justice for every Jamaican who is at home and who is in the diaspora. You understand? No man stand alone. You understand? A good over evil, life over death. Even when them a fight with, we still show them love. Because love is the only solution. You understand what I say? A God and good road. The struggle is real. You understand? But, He gave us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So therefore, we can figure it out. You understand? The problem or the situation can't too much. So we use common sense. You understand? And wiggle ourselves out of that like a worm. You see what I mean? Yeah, man, I saw the thing set, man. So, each one teach one. Love your neighbor. You understand? Love your brother, love your sister. Show each man some respect. The respect what you want me to show you. Show your brother, show your sister, show your mother. Then now you don't have the courtesy that inner you to show my mother the respect that want me to show your mother. Oh, you're a stone, you're a iron. Come down off for your ass, man. That's what I mean. Until then, my people. Be well. Be well. God and good road. Oh, yes.